Hey, welcome to Grandpa Sees the Blinking. Please don't take anything Grandpa says as financial advice. Grandpa's not a financial planner, and if you would, please like, share, and subscribe. And yes, we do have the Carpenters here. You've probably heard of the Carpenters. They're up here in the UP with Grandpa, Michigan, and they are going to sing their version of the Don't Blame Grandpa song here shortly. And welcome to Grandpa Sees the Blinking. Yeah, Grandpa knows a few people, and it's an old group, but they're a good group, and they got stiff competition though. I'll tell you what, we've had some good singers on. Jeff just sang in the last live stream again, and the nice thing about it is you can do multiple versions of Don't Blame Grandpa if you sell your Tesla shares. And Elon is going, Grandpa's going to request Elon to pick the winner. And I'm thinking that he'll probably give the winner at least 100 shares of Tesla stock. That's what I'm thinking. And knowing Elon, he'll probably give all the contestants 100 shares because that's just the kind of person that Elon is. That's why. And so it's exciting. It's exciting. Tell your friends about this opportunity because most likely he's going to have a hard time picking the winners. Because they're all so good. Every single one is just terrific, amazing singing, and they put so much into it. So that's just the way it is. Okay, so reason Grandpa's got this 4-hour chart up, and I got it big, is so you can see the 473.79. That's our fair opening price for tomorrow morning, Wednesday, and Grandpa believes that we're going to hit that number. Especially since when I put that number out, the price was up here at 481, 480, 481. Okay. And by the way, we have resistance at 481.17. And we have a little bit of support at 472. We've already gone through that. After hours, we've gone down to 471.57. We're a buck below our fair opening price already, a little over a buck. And what Grandpa's really anticipating, and this is why you want to get a text from Grandpa. I texted all my guys, Grandma's buying her shares tomorrow morning at 465.75. And you can see here where Grandpa's got some of his shares, 465.75 all the way down to 464 area. Is what I got. And I'll be happy to get that. And the reason being is through Friday, I anticipate, based on what Grandpa's seeing, of course, right around that 480, 481 by Friday again. I think we'll see this number. Thursday, I think we may muddle around. Who knows? But more importantly, it's a little early to call yet, but I will call it out when the time comes. But for next Monday, I'm expecting this thing to be around the 480 mark on Monday. On Friday, on Friday. And by Monday, I'm anticipating, I got to get this thing bigger. I'm anticipating 500, right at $500, maybe a few pennies under. somewhere right around where Grandpa's got his mouse. Okay, right around the 500. And we have resistance at 499.33. Imagine that. And we also have resistance at $500.31. So I anticipate seeing 500 on Mondays. I believe we're going to gap up over the weekend. And so I think my fair opening price is going to be substantially off from Friday's prediction of what's fair to what we're going to actually get on Monday. This is why you want to get, you can email Grandpa, send at icblinking123@gmail.com, and I will text you daily updates when I see something special for you to give you an opportunity. I will let you know the second I know where our top pivot point is, so you can get out and not take a $100 dip, a $50 dip, or a $200 dip downward. You don't want to take that ride. It's less than $1 a day. And the information is extremely helpful. I got a number of guys that are doing it with Grandpa, and I think I'm quite confident everyone will tell you it's very beneficial for them to know. So knowing that top pivot point is important, but also knowing whether you're going to potentially gap up and or down. Like when the price was 480, for instance, and Grandpa tells you, we're going to open at 473, but that's not it. We're actually going to most likely dip down to 465.75. Well, that's $8 below 473.79. That's $5 more. That's how you make money, is you know where to buy and you know where to sell. And even if you're just doing 10 shares, if you pay attention to what Grandpa says, it's like and you don't sleep through it like Grandpa does. It's like my oldest son says, if Grandpa would do what Grandpa says, he wouldn't be able to add it all up. But, Grandpa takes naps and stuff like that. Yeah, we're already heading on down to the 465.75 in Grandpa's opinion. We're already down to 471.5 area. So it's all fun. And so then another indication that Grandpa gets is the volume. I understand volume. And, Jeff, he'll get after me now because he'll say, "Oh, Grandpa, you've never talked about this before." Well, I don't even have volume on my screen, but I don't need volume on Grandpa's screen. It just messes Grandpa's head up. But what I do pay attention to is when the volume gets really, really high, you can expect that you're really close to the top pivot point, and that you're going to take a $50, $100, or $200 dip. And I said this in the last live stream. It's the vice versa is true. If you have a super low volume, okay. So like when the price was down in the 212 area, and I remember Jeff was just panicked because he had shares at 212 or something, and he made a little money on them, but he bailed out because he was just panic-stricken after it finally got down there, and he got in, and but the volume was hovering around 50 million shares bought and sold throughout the day. Now, the average in Tesla is 90.5 million per day, but it was hovering for 2-3 days around 50 million back at that point in time, and all of a sudden it dipped down into the mid 30s. I was even surprised by it. And what happened? We gapped up $50, and the next day it went up another $15-20. That's what happened. And this is the kind of stuff that you need to know and understand. And so Grandpa watches all this volume stuff and pays. You wonder why Grandpa's always talking about divergence and whether it's important or not, whether it's good or bad. Well, there's a reason for Grandpa's compulsive craziness, okay? And because volume is very important to Grandpa and the way he sees things and thinks about stuff. Pastor Keith said that me and Grandma can come down there to Georgia for the winter and move in their house with them. I get to sleep next to Pastor Keith. He's I shouldn't say, I can't say his last name probably on the live stream here, but he's I won't say his last name, but Bruce Lee, that martial arts guy. Well, that's Pastor Keith. You could clone this guy. When he gives his message in church, they got it where he climbs up a staircase behind the pulpit, because he's only like 4'9" or 4'10" tall. They got 4 deer. Him and Matthew went out and got 4 deer. He's going to send Grandpa some beef jerky. He's probably going to poison me. I don't blame him. But he said he's going to send us some beef sticks and some jerky. I think he's hoping that we'll stay up here in Michigan. But he did say we could come down anytime. But I'd like to send Grandma, but she won't go. So, but anyway, where was I with this thing? So anyway, he climbs up behind the pulpit, right? He looks like he's 6.5 feet tall, because they got him 3 feet off the floor behind the pulpit. And that's just the way this guy carries on, but he's just he's a tremendous pastor, I'll tell you that. Me and Grandma have listened to him for many years, and we enjoy every minute of it. He can give an awfully good message, and he's a good friend. Let's see. Grandpa's got good friends. Let's see. What was I going to do now? Oh, the Carpenters. The Carpenters are here. Oh, hi, Carpenter. It's now keep in mind the Carpenters are going to do multiple versions. Also, they're already working. This is their first go around here, and because you can enter multiple times, you can come on with Grandpa. You email. You can either, if you got my phone number, you can call and sing it like Jeff does, and David did, or you can email me your song, and then Grandpa will put it on so that you can get your 100 shares. Is it possible that Elon might give you, maybe he'll just give you a Cybertruck? I mean, I just don't know what this guy will do, because he's going to really like these songs. I do. I can see Elon just getting, this is like advertising. When this gets out, these songs are going to be all over the place on X and stuff like that. And I have X, on my phone and stuff, but I don't know. And once in a while I go look at it, but I don't know how to really navigate the system. I mean, you got to realize Grandpa's not very techy. About 4 years ago, I learned how to text, and now they change it to text. So it's even harder. But yeah, I knew how to email before I could text. It, it was a major deal for Grandpa, you know. Okay, so without further ado, I would like to hear the Carpenters sing now. Here they are.
Don't blame Grandpa. Don't blame Grandpa. Don't blame Grandpa if you sell your Tesla shares. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Don't blame Grandpa if you sell your Tesla shares. Don't blame Grandpa. Don't blame Grandpa. Don't blame Grandpa if you sell your Tesla shares.
Well, thank you very much. That was just totally out of this world. I mean, I'm telling you what, them Carpenters are amazing. You ought to meet these guys in real life. This Carpenter, he's a big burly guy. He's a lumberjack type guy. He cuts the limbs hanging out over the highline wires way up in the air, 200 feet. He's up there in this lift machine. He goes up there in the snow and the wind and the ice when the trees are falling on the highline wires, and he goes up there and he don't have one chainsaw, he's got two chainsaws, one in each hand. And he's leaning out of that bucket up there 150, 200 feet in the air with a chainsaw in each hand, cutting. He's ambidextrous. That means you can use both hands at the same time. Grandma's got that same thing going, but she's left-handed and right-handed both. She writes with her left hand and she hits Grandpa with her right hand. That's how I know she's ambidextrous. But yeah, she's got talent too. But yeah, them Carpenters, that's a crew. We really have fun with them. They're good people, really. Plus they got their own sawmill and they saw up wood and make planks and different kinds of boards and stuff that Grandpa don't really understand. But it looks like a lot of fun. Okay, so Grandpa will be back when we got church tomorrow night. Oh my goodness. I'll try to get it in before I go to the church tomorrow night. That's what I'll try to do. Right a little after, probably about 4:30 p.m. Eastern. I should be able to come and give you the fair opening price for the next day. But if you get some shares down here in 465.75 area or 470 or wherever you decide to buy, you might want to possibly, don't take anything Grandpa says is financial advice, and like, share, and subscribe. But you might want to wait and sell them on Monday when we hit 500. Grandpa's anticipating 507, 509, but I could be wrong. Grandpa, I haven't seen where we're going for sure yet. It's just Grandpa's opinion. But I will see it. Do I think 483.99 is our top pivot point right here? Right here, is that your top pivot point? It's possible. It's absolutely possible. We might not see 500 on Monday, but I think this is not our top pivot point. I think this is going to be closer to it, and I think I'm going to get some big signals on Friday that's going to probably indicate where we're actually going to go, possibly. Friday or Monday. By Monday, I think I may know, even with the blinking. If I get it with the blinking, then we know. Then I'll really be rock solid on that pivot point. And along with a huge spike in volume, could be coming. So expect the unexpected. And it's fun. It's just. But I should say, everybody is saying, 1,000's coming very soon here, and that I believe is true. And 10,000 is coming, might be a year, might be 2 years. I don't think it's going to take that long, the way things are going. The regulations are coming up, and Tesla is just flying. I think he's going to convert some of his car factories over to Optimus here shortly, or at least share them, and or makes new factories also, but for Optimus. But the sky is the limit for what Tesla's got going, and I'm 10,000 shares not going to be hardly. Let's look and see what little Cynthia's up to. Where it took a dip here. She's got one share, and she's up $131.75. And we just dropped down 10, so she was up around 144, 145 here today at one point. But that's one share, of Tesla. Now, when that one share is 100,000, she's got $100,000. So that's why I say, don't blame Grandpa. Don't blame Grandpa if you sell your Tesla shares, and a year later they're 100,000. Don't blame Grandpa. I'm serious. Don't blame Grandpa for nothing. If when I give you a text and give you information, you got to make all the hard decisions. All I give you is Grandpa's forecast the best he can. There might be a time where Grandpa's wrong. I highly doubt it, but it's possible. You could ask Grandma. But Grandma, she runs with Grandpa. She makes her money. She's up way over. I think she told me she's got almost. It's quite a bit over 30,000 in her one account now. So she's as happy as can be. She picked up another $511 today. And every time she buys her shares, she's going to keep them. Then when I ask her, do you want to sell? How much am I up? And when I tell her, let's sell them quick, she wants out right away, get her money. That Grandma, she knows stuff, though, I'll tell you what. Yeah, if Grandpa traded as good as Grandma, we'd all have more money. Okay, think about eternity once in a while. Grandpa does. See you tomorrow about 4:30. Bye-bye.